Abundance is not coming, it is already here. And today, you will learn how to claim what has been yours all along. Abundance is not something you have to chase. It is not something far away, waiting for you to become worthy. It is already yours. Long before you prayed your first prayer, before you asked for money, opportunity, or security, God had already prepared your supply. Heaven's storehouse has been open to you all along, but most people live as if it were locked. They beg and plead with life to give them more, not realizing that everything they desire is already theirs by divine right. You are not trying to get abundance. You are learning to receive what has been waiting for you all this time. Florence Scovel Shinn often said that man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. If you cannot see yourself as abundant, life cannot deliver it to you. It is like a radio signal. The music is already playing, but if your dial is not tuned in, you cannot hear it. Abundance is like that. It is all around you, but fear, doubt, and wrong thinking keep you tuned to a frequency of lack. And because life mirrors your beliefs, you experience only what you expect. Imagine a wealthy person walking into a room. They are not nervous, apologetic, or desperate. They carry themselves as if they belong wherever they go, because in their spirit they already see themselves as abundant. That confidence sends a signal. Opportunities seem to appear around them. People trust them. Money flows toward them. It is not magic, it is law. Florence called it divine law, and it is always working. Your energy, your words, and your beliefs are broadcasting messages every second, and those messages are shaping your life. Abundance is not something you will one day earn. It is part of who you are. You were born into a world overflowing with beauty, resources, and opportunities. The only thing standing between you and abundance is the belief that it is far away. Today, I will show you why abundance is already yours and how to claim it. You will learn how to change your words, your thoughts, and your energy so completely that life itself begins to rearrange to match your faith. You will see that God has never been withholding from you. He has been waiting for you to step into what is already prepared. There is a spiritual truth that most people never discover, and that truth is this: abundance is not created by your effort alone. It is not a prize you earn, and it is not something that can be withheld from you. Supply is already finished, already prepared, and already waiting for you. The Bible says, "Before they call, I will answer." That means your blessings were in place before you ever asked for them. When you pray for abundance, you are not asking God to start creating something new for you. You are aligning yourself with what already exists. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that lack is an illusion, a condition born out of fear and wrong thinking, not a reflection of reality. In truth, there is no shortage of supply in God's kingdom. The same Spirit that created oceans that never run dry, skies that stretch endlessly, and forests that overflow with life, created you. There is no shortage in heaven, and there is no shortage assigned to your life. Lack is a mental pattern, not a spiritual truth. The moment you choose to believe that all your needs are already met, your life will begin to reflect that belief. Think of a gardener planting seeds. The moment the seed is in the ground, everything it needs is already present: the sun, the rain, the soil. The harvest is guaranteed if the gardener trusts the process and continues to water and wait. Your blessings are the same. Your abundance is like that seed. It is already there, hidden from your physical eyes, but alive in the unseen. You do not have to create it. You only have to water it with faith, expectation, and right action. People often think that money is the source of abundance, but Florence taught that God is the only source. Money is simply a tool, a servant, a channel through which your supply flows. When you see money as your source, you feel anxious when it is low, desperate when it disappears, and fearful when you cannot see where it will come from. But when you shift your focus to God as your unlimited supply, you find peace. You know that opportunities, ideas, and provision can come in countless ways, and you stop clinging in fear. This truth is why some people who appear to have little still live richly. They trust the law of supply. They expect doors to open, and so they do. They speak words of faith and gratitude, and their lives reflect that energy. On the other hand, Some people who appear to have wealth feel poor inside because their trust is in their bank balance, not in the infinite supply of God. This is why abundance is not measured by what you see, but by what you believe. Your life today is a reflection of the thoughts and words you have sown in the past, but the moment you choose to believe in divine supply, everything begins to shift. Florence often said that nothing stands between man and his highest ideals but doubt and fear. Your abundance is not far away. It is here, now, waiting for you to claim it by faith. Say this with conviction: I now align myself with the infinite supply of God. Every need is met. Every door is open. I walk in peace, provision, and divine timing. This is not a wish, it is law. As you speak these words and believe them, you will feel your spirit rise, your energy change, and your path open. Heaven has already said yes. Now it is your turn to receive. If abundance is already ours, why do so many people live in struggle and lack? Why does it seem like blessings come easily to some, while others work hard and still feel empty? The answer is simple but profound. Most people are not living in alignment with divine law. They are blocked by beliefs, emotions, and habits that cut them off from their rightful inheritance. It is not that God is withholding anything. It is that fear, doubt, and wrong thinking create walls that blessings cannot pass through. Florence Scovel Shinn often said that man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. Many people cannot see themselves as wealthy, favored, or blessed. They expect difficulty, so life delivers difficulty. They expect bills, debt, and struggle, so that is what they experience. Life always mirrors the images held in the mind and spoken with the tongue. If you constantly say things like, I cannot afford this, or money never stays with me, those words become commands. The universe simply agrees and gives you more of what you declare. Fear is one of the greatest blocks to abundance. Fear says, what if I never get out of this situation? What if I lose everything? What if something bad happens? Fear creates a magnetic pull for the very thing you dread. Florence taught that fear attracts failure, just as faith attracts success. If your prayers are filled with fear, they cannot produce miracles because fear cancels faith. You must choose to replace fear with trust. Every time fear rises, speak truth over it. Say, God is my supply, and His plan for me is good. Repeat it until fear loses its grip. Guilt and unworthiness are another major reason people do not receive abundance. Many feel they do not deserve wealth. They were raised to believe that wanting more is selfish, or that spiritual people must suffer to be holy. But Florence said, you must act rich to be rich. This does not mean arrogance or greed. It means walking in the confidence of someone who knows their Father is the King. Abundance is your birthright. It is not selfish to prosper. Prosperity allows you to bless others, to give freely, and to live out your calling. Poverty does not glorify God. Faith does. Another block is resentment. When you resent the success of others, you are telling the universe that wealth is something to be jealous of, not celebrated. Resentment creates bitterness in your spirit, which clouds your aura and keeps blessings away. Florence taught her students to bless those who prosper. Instead of saying, why them and not me, say, I bless their success. My blessings are on the way. This attitude clears your energy and puts you back in the flow of divine supply. Doubt is also a powerful block. Some people try affirmations and prayer, but secretly doubt that anything will change. They pray for money but prepare for struggle. Florence warned that faith and doubt cannot occupy the same space. If you ask for a gift but prepare for disappointment, you are choosing lack over abundance. Faith acts as if it already has what it asked for. If you want to see abundance, start living with expectation. Set the table for blessings. Prepare for the answer. Your action should reflect your faith, not your fear. Finally, impatience can block blessings. Divine timing is perfect, but impatience can push people into poor decisions. Some quit believing too soon, or try to force things to happen in their own strength, rather than trusting God's timing. Florence said, faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. Trust that what you have asked for is already on the way, even if you cannot see it yet. Your job is not to force the outcome, but to stay in faith and keep your energy clear. Beloved, abundance is not something to chase, it is something to align with. The only thing standing between you and your supply is your inner world. Fear, guilt, resentment, doubt, and impatience are like heavy curtains that block sunlight. The light is already there, waiting to fill your life, but you must open the curtains. Start speaking truth. Start blessing others. Start expecting good. The moment you shift your thoughts, your words, and your feelings, the law of supply begins to work for you instead of against you. The wealth you desire is not coming from somewhere far away. It is already here, waiting for you to remove the blocks and claim it by faith. Say aloud, I remove every block to my abundance. I release fear, guilt, and resentment. I trust in God's perfect supply, and I am ready to receive. Speak this daily, and you will feel your spirit lighten. You will notice opportunities and blessings showing up where there were none before. This is not magic. This is divine law, and it never fails. Your words are not empty sounds. They are commands sent out into the universe, carrying power to create or destroy. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Your word is your wand." Every time you speak, you are shaping your life, giving instructions to unseen forces that work to fulfill what you decree. This is why so many people live in lack. They speak words of fear, defeat, and limitation, and their lives reflect those words. The universe does not argue with you. It simply mirrors what you declare. If you say, I am always broke, life will confirm it. If you say, money is hard to come by, you will find it slipping through your hands. But when you speak faith-filled words, you open the floodgates of abundance. Florence often told stories of people who changed their lives by changing their declarations. One woman came to her burdened with debt. She felt hopeless, but was willing to believe. Florence told her to say daily, I am a fearless, confident person. All my debts are cleared in miraculous ways. The woman obeyed. Within weeks, unexpected income and forgiveness of debts came. Her situation turned around completely. This was not luck, it was law. Her words shifted her vibration drew solutions, and the universe rearranged itself to match her faith. Many pray for blessings, but then cancel their own prayers with negative words. They ask for abundance in the morning and say, I cannot afford this, by the afternoon. Florence said, man must prepare for the thing he has asked for when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. Your words are preparation. They are proof of what you believe. If you truly believe abundance is yours, you will speak as if it is already done. You will say, God is my endless supply. Everything I need comes to me easily. You will say this when your bank account is low, when bills are due, and when nothing looks possible, because you know that your words are building a future that your eyes cannot see yet. Declaration is not begging God for help. It is claiming what He has already promised. Think of a child in a family. They do not beg for food or shelter every day. They expect it because they belong. You belong to God, and your abundance is part of your inheritance. When you declare, I am rich in divine substance, you are not making something up. You are speaking truth into your reality. The more you speak it, the more your subconscious accepts it, and once your subconscious believes it, life begins to reflect it. Your declarations should always be positive, present, and filled with faith. Never say, I will be rich someday, because someday never comes. Say, I am rich now. I am blessed now. I am aligned with divine supply now. These words anchor abundance in the present moment, where all creation begins. Florence taught her students to speak these affirmations multiple times a day until their words felt natural. At first, it may feel strange to say, I am rich, when you do not see evidence of it. But faith is not about what you see. It is about what you know. Faith declares the outcome before it appears. One of the most powerful declarations Florence gave was this, I have a wonderful work in a wonderful way. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. Thousands have repeated this affirmation and seen their careers and finances transform. Why? Because the words carry expectation, gratitude, and vision. They plant seeds in the subconscious, and the subconscious cannot tell the difference between reality and belief. It simply obeys. Beloved, you must treat your words like currency. You would not throw away your money carelessly, so do not throw away your words. Speak only what you want to see. Bless your finances. Bless your work. Bless your home. Speak life over your bank account. Say, I am a magnet for wealth. I am guided to opportunities. I give generously, and I receive abundantly. These words are not empty. They are spiritual laws being spoken into existence. Start today. Choose 3 declarations that resonate with you and speak them out loud morning and night. Write them down and carry them with you. Every time fear speaks, speak your declaration louder. Over time, your energy will change and life will begin to reflect your words. The law cannot fail because your words are seeds, and seeds always produce a harvest. Speak wealth, speak abundance, speak faith, and you will see your reality shift to match the words you dare to declare. Visualization is not just imagination, it is a spiritual blueprint. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that every image you hold in your mind is a seed planted in the unseen, and that seed will grow into your reality if you water it with faith. She said, "Whatever man feels deeply or images clearly is impressed upon the subconscious mind and carried out in minutest detail." This means that your thoughts are not harmless. The pictures you entertain in your mind are instructions to your subconscious, and your subconscious obeys without question. If you constantly picture yourself struggling, if you see bills piling up or opportunities slipping away, you are unknowingly ordering more struggle. But if you choose to picture yourself in abundance, living in peace, giving generously, and enjoying the fullness of life, that image becomes a command for your reality to rearrange itself. Visualization is more than seeing, it is feeling. The secret to effective visualization is emotion. If you imagine wealth but feel fear, the image has no power. Your subconscious responds to feeling, not just thought. That is why fear seems to manifest so quickly, because fear is felt deeply. But you can use this principle for good. Choose to feel abundance even before it arrives. Let yourself experience the peace, gratitude, and joy of being fully provided for. Close your eyes and imagine holding a large check with your name on it, or see yourself in a beautiful home filled with light and warmth. Feel the joy of that reality. Let your body relax and your heart fill with gratitude. This is how faith speaks to the subconscious. Florence often reminded her students that faith is seeing the invisible. She said, "Faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly." When you visualize abundance, you are not pretending or daydreaming. You are creating. You are calling into the physical what already exists in the spiritual. Scripture says, "Before they call, I will answer." Your blessings already exist, but visualization tunes your energy to receive them. Think of it like tuning a radio. The music is already playing, but until you set the dial correctly, you cannot hear it. Visualization sets your dial to abundance. Here is a simple practice each morning and evening. Close your eyes for 5 minutes and picture yourself surrounded by wealth and opportunity. See your bank account full, your debts cleared, and your needs met. See yourself giving freely, helping others, and living in peace. While you hold this image, say quietly, "Thank you, God, that this is already mine by divine right." Feel the gratitude in your chest as if it has already happened. This feeling is the proof of your faith. Visualization is not about escaping reality. It is about transforming it. Florence believed that what you imagine with faith becomes fact. She wrote, "If one asks for success and prepares for failure, he will get the situation he has prepared for." Most people pray for blessings but mentally prepare for disappointment. They imagine worst-case scenarios and wonder why life feels heavy. You must reverse this. Stop rehearsing fear and start rehearsing faith. Start picturing good outcomes. Start preparing for success. Visualization also builds confidence. When you see yourself as wealthy and free in your mind, you begin to carry yourself differently in the physical world. Your posture changes, your voice changes, and people sense it. This shift in energy opens doors that logic cannot explain. It is not arrogance, it is spiritual alignment. You are living from the truth that your supply is already finished, and that energy draws opportunities to you like a magnet. Beloved, visualization is one of the greatest tools God has given you. Use it daily. See what you want as if it already is. Feel the joy of answered prayer. Walk with the confidence of someone who already possesses their dream. As you do, you will notice coincidences, open doors, and unexpected provision appearing in your life. This is not luck, it is law. Say now, "I see abundance everywhere. I feel the joy of my answered prayer. I am aligned with divine supply, and all that is mine flows to me now. Speak these words, hold these images, and let your faith be the evidence of what is already yours. Your mind is the blueprint, your faith is the builder, and your life will soon reflect the pictures you dare to create. Faith is not only believing, it is acting as though what you have prayed for is already done. Florence Scovel Shinn said that faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. Many people wait for a sign, a miracle, or a perfect moment before they step out, but faith steps out first. Faith is action in motion. It is moving forward even when your eyes see no evidence. It is writing the check, making the call, applying for the opportunity, or starting the business because you trust that God's supply will meet you as you go. Inspired action is different from striving. Striving comes from fear and desperation. Inspired action is calm, confident, and led by the Spirit. Florence taught that guidance is always available to those who listen. She said, "Infinite Spirit is never late. If you are quiet enough to listen, you will feel a nudge, a sense of direction, or a sudden idea. That is God's way of opening doors." Wealth is not just about affirmations. It is also about obedience to these inner promptings. Divine timing is perfect. We live in a world where people want everything instantly, but the universe operates on order. A farmer does not plant seeds in the morning and expect a harvest at night. He waters, waits, and trusts. The harvest comes because he knows the process cannot fail. In the same way, when you take steps in faith, even if you do not see immediate results, you must trust the process. The supply is already there, but it unfolds in perfect timing. Florence often told her students that delays are not denials, they are divine preparation. What is yours cannot be taken, and it cannot miss you. Action demonstrates faith. You can speak affirmations all day, but if your actions contradict your words, you are canceling your prayer. For example, you may declare, "I am rich in divine supply," but if you hoard every dollar out of fear, your actions are saying, "I do not believe there will be more." Faith is expressed in generosity, gratitude, and courage. Even small steps can open the door for miracles. Maybe it is blessing someone with a small gift, signing up for a class that will help you grow, or stepping into a business idea you have been afraid to try. Inspired action tells the universe you are serious, and the universe responds. Many people get discouraged when their prayers are not answered instantly, but Florence reminded her students that faith holds steady. She told a story of a woman who desperately needed money. Instead of panicking, the woman declared, "God is my immediate supply, and what is mine comes to me now." She repeated this with conviction, even when her situation looked worse. Soon, unexpected provision arrived in perfect timing. Her miracle was not delayed. It came exactly when she was ready to handle it. That is divine timing. When you combine faith with action, you unlock the flow of abundance. You stop waiting for a miracle to appear and start walking toward it. Each step you take strengthens your confidence and builds momentum. Even if you do not see the full picture, trust that God does. Inspired action is like a light shining on the next step, not the entire staircase. Take the step you see, and the next one will appear. Another key to divine timing is patience without fear. Many people wait with anxiety, constantly checking to see if their blessing has arrived, but true faith waits in peace. Florence said, "Infinite Spirit has a way prepared for me, and I will follow it." Trust that everything you desire is already arranged, and your job is to stay aligned, grateful, and open. Beloved, understand this: miracles happen when faith and action meet. You are not waiting for abundance to fall out of the sky. It is already here, and your bold steps are the evidence that you believe it. Do not fear mistakes. Every step you take in faith moves you closer to your manifestation. Listen for divine guidance, act on it, and trust that the timing will be perfect. What belongs to you cannot be delayed, stolen, or lost. Say this aloud: I walk in faith, I act in courage, and I trust in perfect timing. The wealth I desire is already mine, and I am guided to it step by step. Let these words guide your actions today. Every bold move you make is a declaration of trust, and trust is the magnet that draws abundance. You now hold the truth that most of the world has never been taught. Abundance is not something you chase, it is something you claim. You are not waiting for God to decide if you are worthy. He already decided. You were created in His image, and your life was designed for overflow, not for struggle. Poverty is not a spiritual badge of honor, it is a misunderstanding of who you are. You were born into a kingdom of infinite supply, and that supply has been waiting for you all along. Throughout this message, you have seen the truth revealed. You now understand that supply is already finished, that lack is a lie created by fear, and that faith is the bridge between what you see and what is already yours. You know now that your words are not idle. They are laws in motion. Your tongue can open doors or close them. Every declaration you make writes the script of your future. You have learned that visualization is not daydreaming, but spiritual creation. What you picture and feel with faith becomes fact. You know that fear, guilt, resentment, and doubt are chains that block the flow of blessings, but forgiveness, trust, and gratitude are keys that set you free. You have learned that giving is never loss, but multiplication, and that inspired action in divine timing brings miracles to your doorstep. Beloved, this is your moment to claim what is already yours. No more hoping, no more waiting, no more wondering if it will happen. It is already done. You are not begging life for scraps, you are standing in your inheritance. When a king's child comes home, they do not knock at the gate in fear. They walk in boldly because they belong. Today, I invite you to walk boldly into your blessings. Take a deep breath. Put your hand over your heart. Speak this decree with confidence and authority, and let it settle deep into your spirit. I am a child of the King. I live in a kingdom of abundance. All that is mine by divine right flows to me, now in perfect timing and under grace. I release fear, I release doubt, I release every block to my blessings. I forgive myself and all others, and I choose peace. My words are powerful, my faith is strong, and my vision is clear. I give freely, I receive joyfully, and I overflow with blessings. I call forth opportunities, wealth, and miracles today. My path is prepared, my supply is secure, and my future is bright. I am rich in wisdom, rich in favor, and rich in resources. From this day forward, I live as one who is already blessed. I claim it, I believe it, I receive it. And so it is. Let this be your daily decree. Speak it in the morning before your day begins. Speak it at night as you fall asleep. Write it down and place it where you can see it. These words are not empty. They are a spiritual key that unlocks the treasure house of heaven. The law of supply is unchanging. God has already said yes. Your faith, your words, and your action bring that yes into reality. Do not live another day as if you are waiting for permission to prosper. You already have permission. You already have the inheritance. From this moment, start walking, talking, and thinking like a person who knows they are wealthy, favored, and unstoppable. Speak abundance, expect abundance, and live with open hands and a grateful heart. Watch how life begins to rearrange itself to reflect this truth. You are no longer a seeker of abundance. You are a carrier of it. Everywhere you go, your presence will shift rooms, attract opportunities, and bring peace. People will see something different in you, and that something is the light of faith, the glow of confidence, and the energy of abundance. Say these words one last time. I am surrounded by divine supply. I am blessed beyond measure. I receive now all that is mine. This is truth, and this truth will never fail.